But I'd like to go back, sir. What happened? What led to this movement? What led to this epiphany? In 2019, when we lost power and the new government came into force in the state of Andhra Pradesh, we very soon realized that fear became the tool of the government. Demolitions across the state, house arrests, assets being taken away. A recent example is the Kakinada port, which was taken over in a hostile manner. Fortunately, it has been reversed today. Financial and psychological warfare. And as the COVID started, we just saw that continuing. I'd like to make a quote here, sir. All of us were tested. I dare do all that may become a man. Who dares do more is none. From Macbeth. What does that mean? I have a responsibility to stand up and fight, but not to protect myself, but for the state. There was a psychological environment where many people wanted to compromise with the government to ensure that their assets are protected or they are protected. The university that I lead was attacked, and there was an intention to coerce. But with the support of our leader, we stood strong. And as time progressed, I could see that there were many people wearing masks. You wear a mask for too long, you forget who you are beneath it. Many people in society, in the services, seemingly decent people, started behaving differently. And people who were being oppressed, I could see hate building up. It imprisoned many people. But then what I felt was, it's not about giving back that hate. I'd rather die than give up. And what freedom is worth is that it is worth dying for. These few fighters, our leaders, our cadre, our well-wishers across the state kept us going. And all we realized is that we need an inch. An inch is all we need of hope to fight. And aiding our leader, Chandrababu Naidu Garu, we had our young leader, Mr. Lokesh, start his Padayatra on January 27th and continue that over 3,132 kilometers. We had Mr. Pawan Kalyan fighting against the oppression of the government and speaking up for those who didn't have a voice themselves. And finally, as we came closer to the elections, the tide started shifting and people started realizing that every action will have an equal and opposite reaction. We had our graduate MLC elections where unanimously we won all 3 graduate MLC elections across different regions of the state, sending a signal to the people that time has come. But as that happened, the ones in power, the more power they felt they had, the more zealous they became, and that's what led to the arrest of our leader. False cases. I had to argue with some people who were supporting the government that if there is something wrong, they will arrest you. And as I debated with a friend of mine on what is right, what is wrong, I found myself wondering that there is no absolute right and absolute wrong as we work in this world, in this Kali Yuga. There are some mistakes that are there on both sides. But more than individual right and wrong, there is something that the collective people will decide is right or wrong. And that's what the people have shown, sir. In Andhra Pradesh, they have given an overwhelming mandate for change. The opposition here in the central government have made many accusations against the government that we are a part of today. My question to them is, the population have decided, in spite of all these allegations, that India is in the safe hands of the NDA with the leadership of Narendra Modi ji, in the alliance with the Telugu Desam Party, the Janasena, and all other alliance partners from all over the country. Difficult times test our democracy, but people have believed in our institutions. So there's a popular saying that I get reminded of. We may have lost in 2019. So this saying goes, you can fool some people all of the time, or you can fool all of the people for some time, but you can't fool all of the people all of the time. And I'm glad that people have showed up and have given us the much needed relief to put the state back on track. I'm thankful for all the support. We have won the elections. We are here in front of you representing the government. And I'd like to come back to the Macbeth quote. I dare do all that may become a man. Who dares do more is none. I see an environment where people want retribution, revenge, but I feel that it's time to fulfill our responsibilities. Yes, to restore balance and justice, but not to go overboard. If we behave the same way that the government before behaved, then we are disrespecting the mandate that has been given. The state needs more than that. It needs hope for our citizens, for our youth. I'd like to conclude, sir. I don't know how I saw this movie last night as I was speaking on the President's address today in the Parliament. And as I've been in this journey long enough, I realized that coincidences don't happen just by chance. There is something greater at play. My takeaway, sir, is that when the intentions are good, when the intentions are pure, the universe reciprocates. And I think that it is reciprocated here also. With a renewed resolve, as a team, we are going to work together to build a better Andhra Pradesh, to build a better India and a better democracy for all of us to thrive in. Thank you for this opportunity.
Thank you.